Okay, everybody, this will be the second video on how to carve a wood spirit 2021. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the camera in the overhead mount and show you how I'm going to do fine details on the center guy's beard hairs using this aluminum cutting bit. Okay, so we'll get that set up. Okay, so we're going to use the one that we've been doing on the whole project here, right? So I got this in I'm running the Dremel 4000 for this beginning wood carving session with the Dremel flex shaft, okay? So this is called an aluminum cutting bit, okay? Don't be confused between the metalworking bits and the aluminum cutting bits, okay? The aluminum cutting bits are way more aggressive than the metalworking bits. They come in kits like this, so you get 10 bits for, I think it's like $15. They're a bit more expensive than the metalworking bits, but these are listed in my Amazon store in the playlist below, or the description below. So these are the aluminum working bits. You guys can see the cutters are a lot more. There's just one cutter straight down, so that's how you tell the aluminum cutters. See that? They're just one solid flute all the way down. These are very good at cutting hardwood too, guys, if you have a problem getting the saber tooth or the cut saws, or if you're over there in the UK or anywhere around the world. And they're fairly cheap. They're like I said, $15 to $20 for these sets, and so you get 10 burrs. So that's $1.50 a burr. So this one here that I'm going to use is a square one. What would this called? Be like a flute or something, but it has a cutter on the bottom too. You see there? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to be running my fan, and I'm just going to keep going with the flow. And like, it's hard to explain, but this thing, when I'm using it, the whole thing wants to roll this way away from me. So I'm just going to let it roll up and over these cuts, right? So I'm just going to start here and just let it roll up and over real fast. And just keep going, and then doing some deeper cuts, going against the way it's spinning and just making it nice still, because you see how this is flowing. Whoosh, swoosh lines, they just carve rub. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'll do it live for a bit so you guys can see what I mean. Just let the burr take off almost out of my hand, but I'm gripping it lightly, okay? Like this. Anyways, I'll turn the fan on and get at it. So in my opinion, and this is always the most boring part of the carving, but the longer that you take on this and the more lines, cut marks you do in the beard, it's going to look better. It makes it more realistic. Don't get me wrong. This beard, just like this, is good enough. You could finish these eyes, finish shaping the nose, call it done. But let's go to the next level, okay? So, here's my Dremel running. Sorry, it doesn't want to pull away from me. It wants to rip towards me. See that? See those cut marks? Let's try and do a close-up. You don't want to cut too deep, because then you're going to lose all your original bumps from the first cut, right? So anyways, how about I get this done, and then I'll do it in the hair too, and then I'll be back. Okay, so here you can have the 3 wood spirits now, so you can see which beard hairs are detailed and which ones aren't. So I detailed this, the hairs up there. I detailed this guy, and I left this one normal. So, excuse me. What I'm going to do now is I usually do the beard hairs last, but I just figured I should keep it going with this video series. So what we're going to do now is shape the nose on all 3 of these. I got this less aggressive Cutsall flame burr in here, and we'll start shaping the nose. And this is when you want to really take your time, people, friends, ladies and gentlemen, take your time. Okay, so you can see here, I always leave my noses bigger, right? Like, they got big schnauzers, but I like my wood spirits with the big schnauzers anyways. So it's better to leave them bigger than smaller from the very beginning, right? From the very start. So you got your center line on here. I normally don't draw this on, but I will for this video. So your center line, so your nostrils don't come to the center of your nose in real life, do they? They come off to the side. So you kind of just put a line across here where your nostril goes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut. See this line? We're going to cut on the outside of the nostril. So we'll cut up here. And then we're going to make a deep cut down here beside the mustache. And we'll just give it a special effect, right? So cut on the outside of this line. Then cut deep in here. Okay? And then when you got those nostrils cut in, the nostrils will stick out farther, right? Then you slowly just take away this wood on the inside here. Okay? Slowly remove that. Don't, really take your time. Okay, I'm going to do this without the fan running, so let's just keep it live and do it right now. Okay, so you can see the cuts there. Well, what I'll do it on the next one. So now let's make deep cuts right down here beside the mustache. Okay, look at that effect that those deep cuts just did there, okay? So now let's start taking away the wood inside of the bridge of the nose. We'll kind of run around, shape the nostrils. So what I did wrong there, I'm going to stop and say what I did wrong there. Can I get some better lighting here, people? Can I get some better lighting? So what I did wrong there, I didn't shape the nose first. I should have made it like a triangle kind of thing first, right? I didn't do that, but I'll do it on my next one. So now we have to recut the nostrils in. Sorry about that. Okay, so the nostrils are recut in, and we'll just remove this wood in here a bit. Shape the tip of our nose. Okay, so now this is a step that Ryan Cook taught me to make it give it like a bumpy kind of nose. So it's like got a bump inside here. See how that's just coming straight off? Well, now let's just do a nice little cut right here. See that? We're just going to do a nice cut there. And then we'll feather it off out here and feather it off down there. And just, guys, take your time, really. Okay, so see that cut there? Now we're going to feather it off and make it not we're going to get rid of that cut mark. Boom, so there now you have a bumpy nose. See that bump in there? You can cut deeper, make it bigger. So now let's cut the nostrils in. So how I cut my nostrils in, I just go up and into the nostril, but don't get too thin to the edge of the nostril. Like, let's see here. Don't get too thin to this side because it will break out, right? So make sure you get a good depth inside here. Like this right here. Let's see if I can do it this way. Okay, spin it around, do the same on the other side. Okay, so there's our nostrils cut in. So now let's give them a little bit of a flare. So there's your flare in your nostrils, okay? So now another thing why I always do the beard last, because now I can, see this mustache, how it comes off here? Now I can cut deeper below the nose, and so I can get a nice transition to bring the nose around, right? Like, so What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this mustache. I'll have to hook up my mustache cutter later, the aluminum cutter. I'm going to cut this down again, okay? Take it farther down towards the face, especially on this side, see? I'm just going to take it down a little bit. And just slowly shape it. Okay, so there. Look at that bumpy nose. This I could take this top back a bit. See that? Let's do this. Sorry guys, sometimes this is really hard to do on camera because I can't get the best lighting. So there you go, okay? So let's, since we got this burr on, let's do the eyes. He wants hollow eyes on all of them. That's what his request is. That's what he's going to get. He's the customer, Harry Martin, over there in Ireland. He's making, he does lots of cement molding, so he's going to make cement molds out of these guys. So let's, when I cut the hollow eyes in, this is kind of like carving. When I couldn't do eyes, I just cut them out, made them hollow, and they look just as good. They look more spiritual, if you ask me. So I don't go straight up and straight down with my cuts, okay? See the burr? I don't go straight up. I do it in like a 45, and I get underneath the eyebrows, okay? You see? I don't go straight up. I don't go like this. I do it at a 45 and get, the better that you get underneath those eyebrows, the better effect you're going to get, okay? So let's do it. Okay, there's one. Now just kind of shape. See how I came down with that little swoop? I personally, my opinion, I don't like it when people just go straight up. I think it just kind of actually drives me nuts. You know who you are if you're watching this video. So there's the hollow eyes. So now we'll give them some bumps underneath these eyes to give them some age lines for later. See those bumps there? Now let's just take away a bit of this wood. Okay, so there's that guy done. Let's quickly blast off another nose full speed straight ahead. Let's get the top. Let's do this one proper. Man, can I get some better lighting here again? I don't like that yellow color it gives off, okay? So we're going to make this one like a triangle first. Okay, so there's your triangle. See it? Now let's do the nostrils. Take the wood away. Cut that mustache and lower. Nostrils up and in. Cut the mustache and lower. Feather away the wood. Shape the nostrils. Okay, cut the eyes in. Take the bridge of the nose down more. Separate your eyebrows. Cut the eyes in deeper. See, I give them those little flares down the side. Just makes it look older, right? Okay, perfect. I can see this side of the nostrils higher than this one, so we'll just kind of cut that one a bit, go real slow. I can see the walls of my nostrils getting real thin. Kind of round everything off. There you go. Bob's your uncle. Okay, so that's what you got so far. I went back and cleaned up all the beard hairs from under the nose and stuff like that. So you guys, to the very beginning wood carver with the Dremels or whatever you want to do, don't stress about carving eyes. You know, I've been carving wood spirits for 5 years now. I still love them without the eyes. I still love them hollow. I think they look just as majestic, you know, like majestic or whatever the word is. So what I'm going to do now is I got this Peter Blair Mandrel. You can get this in my playlist down below too. You'll see Peter Blair's email. He sells these worldwide, I believe. And I'm not sure the price because they fluctuate. But this is what these are way better than the Dremel ones you get, let me tell you. I love this. This is my probably favorite tool in my arsenal right here. This is real fine sandpaper on here because I want to leave these guys bumpy and I want them to look rough, right? They're old wood spirits, guys. Your wood spirits can be whatever you want them to be. You know, as long as you can figure out these eyes like I showed from my previous video and the nose, you're good to go. It's going to be a wood spirit. We're all going to have your own styles, right? So let's get this hooked up and start sanding. I'm just going to do a very light sanding. Okay. Okay guys, so that's a wrap for this two-part series of how to carve a basic wood spirit. You guys, once again, don't feel intimidated if you can't carve the eyes. The eyes are the hardest thing to carve. That's why I didn't even do them in this video, but he doesn't want them. But look how good they look without the eyes too. You know what I mean? Sure, they may look better with eyes, depends what you're going for. But they look good without the eyes too if you do that 45 undercut like I showed in the video, right? You know, so there's all different sorts and styles you can do. And another thing too, it's so great to have reference pictures. I don't really need them because I've done like 6,000 of these things now, but to have great reference pictures so you can see how the beard line goes here, you know, and then you can see how it blends into the mustache. Look, you don't see a mustache coming down here. I blend them in now. Right? See, it comes down here and I blend it in. You guys just have fun. And what do you think I started carving wood spirits? Because I think they're the most simple thing there is probably to carve. You know, compared to animals and real life carvings. You know, they can get tricky once you get more detailed and stuff like that. But You know, to get a nice lip like this, it's going to take you a while to figure it out, but the more that you do, the better you're going to get. Okay, the more that you do, you're going to get better. You're going to get repetitive, 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 repetitive. That's how I'm just getting better. I'm still not where I want to be with the wood spirits, but it's how you get better if you're not a naturally born artist. Because I'm not. I can't draw a running friggin' stick, man. We have something new on the wall here. It's a gift from Larry. It's from George. It's his contribution about George, but we'll talk about that on another video. Thanks, Larry. It's on the wall. And we got the new sticker from Chris there. 2 huge parts of Carving Fusion. One from Larry Dibbs, one from Chris the Viking Warrior. So guys, if there's any other wood spirit tutorials you want me to make, go for it. If you guys want to do a one-on-one carving with me, I'm starting Zoom classes, and well, you'll have to pay for that, but sooner or later that's going to get going. If anybody, you know, if you want to see a tutorial on how to carve eyes, sorry we didn't do it on this video, but just have fun. You know, if there's other things that you want me to point out really like specific on how to carve a wood spirit, just leave it in the comment below. I might be carving live tomorrow a wood spirit for Brian over there in the UK. I'm going to carve him a wood spirit with a bunch of wood spirits mixed into it. So it's going to be a whole bunch of wood spirits on one piece. So hope you all good, and everybody take care, be safe, have fun, just enjoy life and enjoy carving. If you want to start making some money at wood carving, I suggest you follow these 2 videos. Thanks everybody. I appreciate the support more than you guys know, and be well. Carving Fusion, over and out. Abracadabra. Oh, man. Abracadabra. Why does it never work?
Abracadabra.